guys! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is Teresa and I post beauty videos once a week every week. And today I have a review on the Coastal Scents Hot Pots. Now these eyeshadows are only $1. Well, they're $1.29. So basically how this video is going to go is first I'm going to talk about the brand a little bit and compare prices of this brand toward Morphe, MAC, and Makeup Geek, so other bigger brands. And then after that I'm going to show you swatches of a couple of shadows I got. I got 8 shadows and some of them are matte, others are shimmers, and I got a pretty wide range of colors. I have some pops of color, some neutrals. I think I got a really good estimate of some of the other products that they do have in their collection. Then we're going to do swatches, and then afterward we're going to do a demo on my eyes where I'm going to try to use almost all of the shadows on my eyes so you guys can just see how they work, because sometimes a swatch doesn't really show you everything. Okay, so first off, a little bit about the company Coastal Scents is that they are a family-owned business who has been around for over a decade here in the US. Coastal Scents sells not only eyeshadow, but they sell blush, lip products, eyebrow products, basically everything makeup related. And what's special about their brand is that they're formulated without parabens, oxybenzone, propanol, glycol, and they're also 100% cruelty-free. So next up, I wanted to compare Coastal Scents to other big names for single eyeshadows, so we can kind of just see on a bigger scale how Coastal Scents performs next to others. So I'm going to compare Coastal Scents to Morphe, Makeup Geek, and MAC. So the weight of Coastal Scents, Morphe, and MAC is all 1.5 grams per shadow, but Makeup Geek, the shadows are 1.8 grams, so you're getting a tiny bit more in those pans. The price of Coastal Scents, like I stated before, is $1.29. For Morphe, it's $2.29. For Makeup Geek, it's $6, and for MAC, it's also $6. Therefore, the price, if we were to analyze the price per gram for Coastal Scents, it's only 86 cents, where the price per gram for Morphe is $1.53. For Makeup Geek, it's $3.33, and for MAC, it's $4 per gram. So Coastal Scents is the cheapest at just 86 cents per gram of product, whereas with Morphe and MAC, you're getting the same amount of product, just paying more. For Makeup Geek, the pans are 0.3 grams bigger. However, if Coastal Scents pans were that big, the cost would only be $1.55, which is still substantially less than Makeup Geek. Okay, so next up are swatches, and I did both finger and brush swatches because sometimes you get a lot of pigment with your finger, and then with the brush it doesn't look as pigmented. So we're going to see how they perform with both finger and brush swatches. The first color I swatched is called White Silver, which is this really pretty white color that's really shimmery and beautiful. With my finger it applied very nicely, it really pigmented, and with the brush it still applied pigmented, however I needed to build it up a tiny bit more to get the same amount of pigment as with my finger. The next shadow I swatched was Deep Merlot, and this color is a brown shimmery shade that has a little bit of purple and silver undertones. It's really gorgeous. I have this on my lid today, and basically when I swatched this, it swatched beautifully both with the finger and the brush, so I was really happy with this one. The next shadow I swatched was Edgy Eggplant, and this one is a beautiful purple shade in the pan. And purples are really hard to formulate in factories. However, I feel like this one did perform okay. You really had to build it up both with your finger and the brush, so I had to go over it again and again with my finger. I think I went over it about 3 times until I got a nice pigment that I wanted. So the purple one was kind of a miss for me, but I still have it on my eye today, and I think it performed really well on my eye. The next color I have is Chocolatier, and I love this for a good crease color. Chocolatier swatched really nicely both with my finger and the brush, and I think this is a really great color to help build your crease a little bit. The next color I swatched was Electric Blue, and this is a really bright blue color. With my finger and with the brush, it didn't swatch that great. I feel like the more vibrant colors in the collection are lacking a little bit in quality, but I still think that if you build this shadow, it'll look really beautiful in the eye. However, swatches really aren't doing it justice. After that, I swatched Paprika, which is a really beautiful transition color for the eye. It looked like a little bit chalky on the swatches. However, I feel like once you build them, they looked really nice. I only had to go over it a couple of times, not as much as with the more vibrant colors, so I think that Paprika is really, really good for the price. So next I swatched American Rose, which is a burgundy red shimmer color, and the finger swatch looked really, really beautiful for this color. I feel like I got a lot of pigment with my finger, but with the brush it didn't look as great. If you were to apply this to your lid, you could just apply it with your finger and it will look really beautiful. Last but not least, I am swatching the color Raisin Berry, which is this really pretty purple shimmer shade with a little bit of brown undertone I saw with my swatch. So I saw it had a little bit of brown in it, but it still looks really, really beautiful with my finger and with a brush. So I think that this shade looks really beautiful. First I took the color Paprika and I used it as a base transition shade in my crease, and I just blended it on a fluffy Morphe brush, which is the Morphe M433. So I just used that and I did windshield wiper motions in my crease just to have a nice nude base down so that all the other shadows have a base so they can blend with. Then I took Chocolatier, which is a beautiful matte brown shade, and I used that on the outer corner of my eye just to darken it up, and I blended it right into my crease. Right on top of Paprika, just blending the two shades together in circular motions. After that, I went to work on my lid, and I used the color Raisin Berry, which is the beautiful purple shimmer shade, and I focused that on my lid. And then I took the color Deep Merlot and I wet the brush a tiny bit with Max Fix Plus just so we can add a little bit of extra color. And I focused that right on the center of my lid so that there's a little bit of dimension and highlight a little bit because it's a lighter brown purpley shade. After I used the color Edgy Eggplant, which is the matte purple shade, and although the swatches didn't look too promising on the eyes, I feel like it was really beautiful and it blended out really nicely. So I used just a flat eyeshadow brush and I focused that on the outer corner of my lid and then also up into my crease just to really create dimension on the outer side and really smoke out the whole look. Then I took the color White Silver, which is the white shimmer shade, the one I swatched first, and I used the same flat eyeshadow brush and I focused that right on the inner corner of my eye, focusing it really on the tear duct and also just blending it a little bit like 1/3 on my lid. And then I just took a fluffy brush and I blended all of the lid shades together so we have a nice blended eye look. Last but not least, I smoked out the color Chocolatier on my lower lash line just to kind of finish off the look and make it all smoked out. So basically overall I feel like the matte shades, some of them needed a little bit of work. I feel like the more vibrant the matte, the more chalky it was and the more you had to really build it. But I think if you do choose to build those shadows a little bit, you can get a really nice color payoff on your eyes. So now for my final thoughts. In my opinion, I feel like the eyeshadows are either a hit or miss for some shades. Some of the shimmers were really beautiful, they swatched really nicely, they worked really nice on the lid, and those can be easily even enhanced with water or Max Fix Plus like I stated before. So I feel like the shimmers not only are good for beginners, but also if you're professional you can use those as well. The mattes, although they don't have a lot of pigmentation, they're definitely buildable, which is seen as a great thing, especially for beginners, because sometimes you want to build up a shadow instead of having a super pigmented shadow like you're putting in your crease and then you can't blend it out because it's so pigmented. So I feel like I like the fact that they're not as pigmented, some of the mattes, because those are what you're using in your crease and those can be easily built it up. Overall, I think the price honestly cannot be beat, and with so many palettes coming out and selling out so fast, I feel like you can easily find dupes for a lot of those shades on Coastal Scent's website because they have over 300 shades with different finishes. So definitely, since like so many palettes are coming out and they're selling out like in 10 minutes, you can definitely still find shades like that that are really good quality and that you can really work with Coastal Scents. So I feel like with the price, they can't be beat. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you learned a little bit about Coastal Scents, and maybe you'd want to buy these shadows because they are, I think, pretty good. Some, like I said, some of them aren't that great, but across the board I think they're okay shadows that definitely can be worked with. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and if you do go out and buy those shadows, let me know which ones you like. And also let me know down in the comments below if you like the look, what colors were your favorite, and all that jazz. Also check out last week's video where I did my friend Joya's makeup, and it's like a full makeup transformation that I did on her face, obviously. And I'll have a link to that at the end of the video as well, so you can go click that and check that out. Yeah. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe down below, hit the button, become part of my family, because I don't have friends and I want friends. Definitely subscribe to my channel for weekly uploads, all types of makeup videos. I have a lot of fun stuff planned for the summer and for after the summer, for the entire year. I have so many videos planned out, so definitely subscribe to my channel so you will never miss a video. Also follow my Instagram where I post different makeup looks every single day. I try to post. I post not only different makeup looks, but I post different products that I like to use. And basically I'm really active on there, so if you would like to follow me, I'll have my name right here on the screen, so you can go do that. Oh, I will also have the lashes and the lipstick that I use down below, and also all the products that are on my face basically. So if you guys are wondering, you can just go down there and see what else is on my face. So yeah. Also, a big thank you to Joya for helping me film this video because it was like I was freaking out because I was like, I don't know, and the angles and the lighting, it was just crazy. But thank you, Joya, for helping me film. Bye, guys! Alright, that's it for this video, guys. Bye!